Hello there and welcome to the Bicycle Diaries. As you can see, the weather's finally playing ball, so let's go out and do my first proper road ride in nearly a month. So immediately within 300 meters of doing my ride, I can tell that my left foot is not right, so I just need to quickly change the cleat position and then hopefully I'll be back on my way. Oh, come on. Hopefully that's fixed it. Well, after a lot of fiddling about, I did manage to get the bike into a good position. I fixed the cleat on my left foot so it felt pretty good. And then, yeah, I managed quite a half decent ride. I wasn't too worried about not being on the bike for a month because I have been doing a lot of Zwifting. So I think my fitness is there. I just need to get used to riding my Cannondale and then it's business as usual. So today's Monday, and for me that means I have a spinning class this evening. Now, I know a lot of hardcore cyclists kind of look down on spinning because they don't really think that it's proper cycling. And to a certain extent, I kind of understand where they're coming from. Now, we would all like to be on our bikes, riding in the sunshine for 3 or 4 hours at a time, but unfortunately we live in the real world and it's not always possible. So when it's not possible, what are you going to do? Well, you basically have a choice. You can either sit in that ivory tower, not doing any exercise, looking down on the people that are spinning, or you can go out, do a spinning class or a turbo session and get some exercise and burn some calories. Now, I'll put my hand up and say I really enjoy my spinning classes and I actually look forward to them on a Monday evening. If you have the right instructor, they can actually be incredibly beneficial. Now, the thing I like about them is the fact that they're structured, they're disciplined, you have to be there at a certain time, you get some exercise, you work up a sweat, you burn some calories. I like listening to the music and it's quite social as well. So yeah, for me, I think spinning is a very valuable thing to do. I've recently been doing some research into HIIT training. So if you don't know what that is, HIIT is an acronym that stands for High Intensity Interval Training. So basically it works like this. When you're on the bike, you do a very short, very high intensity effort. So for example, 30 seconds at 80, 85, 90% of your maximum heart rate. You give yourself a period of recovery, say 30 seconds, and then you do the whole thing again, and preferably you try and extend the period of effort and you decrease the period of recovery. Now, the benefit that you get from this is increased fitness in a fairly short space of time. And actually doing the spinning is a very good way of doing the HIIT training. Basically, I'm riding the spinning bike for about 45 minutes and the classes are structured in such a way that I can actually do the very short, very intense period of exercises. And then when I get out on the road, I can then focus on my more endurance training where I'm riding longer rides at a much less intense heart rate. So here we are, it's Friday morning, it's another glorious day. so I'm off out for a ride. So I'd just like to say a big thank you to David for today's ride. He cycled over from his place, which is about 30 kilometres from our meeting point, and from the pub there in Clanfield we headed out into the West Sussex countryside amid the glorious early spring sunshine that we were having. We went through Finchdean, up Bevis's Thumb, back into Westbourne, and then back to Clanfield again. All in all, we did about 50 kilometres, which is actually the longest ride I've done so far this year, and the longest ride I've done on the road since last November. I have to say, I got back home feeling pretty good. I put a good ride in, bit of effort there on the climbs. I wasn't particularly fast, but it is only early season and I've got a lot of work to do. The bike itself felt pretty good. There was a little niggling thing on with my left foot, but that's something fairly minor that I can correct fairly easily. But all in all, it was an absolutely fantastic day out, and I was really pleased with that. So thank you once again, David. Hopefully, if the weather stays as it is, that's going to give me a lot more opportunity to go out on the road. Doing some spinning sessions and some turbo sessions are all fine and dandy, and if I combine those with HIIT sessions as well, that's going to raise my fitness quite well, but nothing's going to build your endurance up quite like a 3 or 4 hour road ride. And if nothing else, it's going to get you used to sitting on the saddle for that length of time. A typical spinning session's only 45 minutes. Turbo training's an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and that doesn't give you quite that saddle time endurance. So yeah, fingers crossed, we'll be getting out, doing a lot more on the road, and my Isle of Wight randonnée preparation is going to be in full swing. So if you found this film useful, please like and share, and if you'd like to get the most out of your cycling, please consider subscribing for my regular weekly uploads. Thanks for watching.